So I will use this simple process for showing the task assigning integration. So let's take a look at the process configuration first, and then we will see how OptaPlanner can use all this information. If we click here, we can see that the task is configured for the credit analyst user group. And if we click here, we can see that the task has an input parameter skills that is linked with the process variable credit card type. This configuration here is the standard way we have in jBPM for linking human tasks with the process business data. Now, from the semantic perspective, this configuration here basically means that this task must be assigned and completed by users that are members of this group. But you can see that this is a kind of static configuration because the same configuration applies for whatever process instance you have. But OptaPlanner can also understand this information here. And for OptaPlanner, this additional information means that this task must be assigned to users that has skills in the particular credit card type that was selected for the given process instance. Now, if we see this task here, we have a similar configuration for the user group. And we have also an additional configuration here that basically sets a skills input parameter that is linked with the process variable language. And for OptaPlanner, this configuration will mean that this type of task must be assigned to users that has skills in the particular selected language. So let's start some process instances and see how the integration works. Important things to pay attention here are the credit card type selection and the language selection. So let's start an instance, for example, for the city card. And let's select Spanish as a preferred language for communications. And now let's start an instance for MasterCard, for example. And let's select English as a preferred language. And now let's start an instance for Citi card again. And let's select Chinese, for example. And finally, let's start an instance for Visa card. And let's select English again. So right now we have 4 process instances. And if we go to the tasks, we can also see 4 instances of the resolve dispute task. And this is something we expected because we have 1 instance per process. But we can also see that no task has been assigned. All the tasks are in ready status and we have no actual owners here. And this is because right now we are working in the standard BPM mode. So let's start the integration and see how things start changing. The integration server is starting, and these are the configured users. We have, for example, a user Kie that is a credit analyst with skills in Citi and MasterCards, and so on. If we go back and refresh this screen, now we can see that OptaPlanner has started to produce assignments. So let's go one by one and analyze OptaPlanner decisions. This task here was defined for the Visa card. And we can see that the only credit analyst with skills in Visa card is the user Magic. So this is why this task was assigned to him. This other task here was defined for the MasterCard. And we can see that the only analyst with skills in Master is Kie. So this is why this task was assigned to her. And again, this task here was defined for the Citi card, and the only user with skills in Citi is Kie. But we still have an unassigned task, so let's take a look at this case. We have that the task was defined for the Citi card, so it should have been assigned to the user Kie. But the reason why the task was left in ready status is because Kie has already 2 tasks assigned. And the system is configured for working with a planning window of size 2, which means that at any point in time, a maximum of 2 tasks per user will be assigned. By using this strategy, OptaPlanner can assign this task to any other user at any point in time a new optimized plan is calculated and cause no disruption in Kie's assigned work. Let's see the task inbox for these two users. Here we can see that Kie has two reserved tasks. And here we can see that Magic has one reserved task. Let's now Kie to complete some work and see how things evolves. Kie will basically start this task and complete. So now we can see that she has only one task, but if we refresh here, we can see that a new task has been assigned, and it was basically this ready task that we had here that was assigned as soon a new plan was calculated. And we can also see that as soon Kie completed the resolve dispute task, a new instance of the notify customer task was created and automatically reserved to John. If we click here, we can see that the task was defined for the English language. And again, the only client relations users with skill in English is John. And this is why OptaPlanner assigned this new task to him. Let's now create one last scenario and see how OptaPlanner can manage some edge cases. We will create a new process instance here. We will select, for example, master. And we will select the Hindi language as the preferred language for communications. We can see that the new instance was created. And if we refresh this screen, we can see that Kie has a new task. And this is because the task was defined for MasterCard. So let's Kie to complete this task. Now we can see that Kie has no more tasks here. And if we go to the tasks, we can see that a new instance of the notify customer task was created, but this time it was reserved to the planning user. And this is because the selected language was Hindi. And as we can see, there are no users that has skills in this language. So OptaPlanner cannot make a decision for us in this case. What we need in this edge case is a human decision. So of course, the planning user can come here and manually assign the task to the desired users. We can, for example, say that we want this task to be completed anyway by Kie. So right now, Kie will have a new task and the process can be completed. So we have seen how OptaPlanner can use both the process configuration and business data for making an optimized plan and the task assignments. Of course, we have seen a very simplified picture, but in real environments, we typically may have many tasks and many users, and OptaPlanner can do a crucial work for us. Thanks for watching.